Hi guys, it's not the greatest of weather, however, I wanted to answer a question. It's quite a serious question, and I'll tell you why it's serious, because there's safety concerns. A couple of my newer subscribers, newer into wild camping, you know, going out, getting lost in the woods, getting away from civilization as far away as possible, and they want a winter camp, and they're concerned about the weight of kit that they're going to have to carry, and are there ways of reducing that weight. First thing that concerns me is, if you're new to camping and wild camping, don't be going out in dangerous weather conditions, whether or not it's because of the drop in temperature, because of the rain. I mean, those are two main concerns. When you're going out, you cannot afford. And I cannot put this more stronger. You cannot afford to get wet and cold. It'll kill you. You may not realise that you're becoming hypothermic, even in a UK climate. I know numerous stories and numerous people, including myself, who nearly died because of the UK climate. Not prepared correctly clothing-wise, not prepared for the climate, not prepared to be cold and wet. You do not want this stuff to happen. You don't want to get cold, and you do not want to get wet. So you're going to have to take extra stuff with you to ensure that you don't. I'll show you what I put in the bottom of my Bergen dry bag. This is some surfer dude name dry bag. Incredibly good dry bag. 50 litre. This is going to keep all of the stuff that I need to keep dry. I cannot emphasise how important it is. Even if your Bergen is rated waterproof and you stick your little cover over the top of it, don't trust that. Water has an amazing way of finding its way into your kit. So I would keep everything that I need to keep dry in this bag within my Bergen. So the initial question was, how can I reduce the amount of weight that I carry? There are numerous ways that you can reduce the weight of the stuff that you carry. I would say water. Water is incredibly heavy. I'm sure one of you is going to tell me how much a litre of water weighs. I know it's heavy. If you're filling up like a camelback, that's 3 litres of water. That's a lot of water. That's a lot of weight. So you can reduce that by by knowing where you're going and ensuring that where you go, there's going to be a water source. Whether or not you need to boil it, purify it, whether or not you take tablets with you, whether or not you take like a pumped water system like the Catadine. There are other ones there. You've seen me do the Proca High, the Hiker Pro, the drink your own PP one. Do that. That's going to save you a lot of weight. I remember, was it 3 years ago, someone threw out a challenge to do a winter camp overnight, and the weight limit was 7 kilos. I came in at 5 kilos. Everything that I took with me, my food, my ability to process water, my shelter, my sleep system, not including my clothing. I put all my clothing on. So it was a very small backpack, and it was -6 through the night. I was cold, but I wasn't shivering cold, if you know what I mean. And the only reason that I was able to do a pack at 5 kilos was because of duck down, goose down, sleeping bag. they weigh virtually nothing, a kilo. If you compare it to, you'll see what I've done. I've taken the black bag out of my US government issue modular sleep system. I've taken the black bag out of that because it's incredibly heavy, and I've replaced it with this, and it saves me 2 kilos of weight. That's quite a lot when you're hiking into the woods and the ground is a little bit spongy underneath you and you've got this rucksack on you, and yes, it does matter the amount of weight that you take in if you're not used to carrying the weight, because in winter camping you will have to take more stuff with you. That's the bottom line. Now, this phenomenal sleeping bag, this is the Superlight 650 North Face. The stats on it, down to 37 degrees Celsius, that's down to minus 37 Celsius, that's minus 35 Fahrenheit. Like the limit, the comfort limit, it's got on here minus 16 degrees Celsius, that's 3 degrees Fahrenheit, and a comfort rating of minus 8, that's 18 degrees Fahrenheit, blah, blah, blah. It's a 4-season sleeping bag in itself. It weighs just a little over a kilo. Now, if you equate that to the modular sleep system, the full modular sleep system, 5 kilos. Or, let me just chuck this one in, the mix. This is, I did a video coming up the same time last year about my best pound for pound winter sleeping bag, the Snugpak Tactical 4. It's good for, its comfort rating is minus 12 and it's good down to minus 17. That's the one with the hood in it. I'm not going to do a review on that. I've done a review on it. I might put the link on it so you can directly link onto it. It's like a felt lined inside. Pound for pound, that's 150 quid, arguably. 300 quid. I know, just went ouch. 300 quid, Sarge, 300 quid for a sleeping bag. If you've got 300, I'll be honest with you, I got this as a bargain. I got it for £223.98p or something from Outdoor Kit. 20% off. I'll give you the link to that. Because if you're going to pay 150 quid for a sleeping bag, and that's your limit, that's all you can afford on a 4-season winter sleeping bag, that's the one for you. You cannot fault that bag, but it weighs twice as much as this. It's nearly 2.5 kilos. 5 kilos, 1.2 kilos. You asked me how to reduce the weight of your Bergen. This is one way. That's a lovely way of doing it. So if you've been a really good boy or good girl this year, maybe Santa might bring you one. But just the feel of it, it feels silky smooth like butter. It's lovely. You'd think it's lovely for 300 quid, and you'd be right. It is an incredibly warm sleeping bag for, you get what you pay for. That really is it when it comes to insulation. But I can't emphasize how important it is to be nice and warm when you are considering going out in those elements. You need something that's going to keep you warm, and dare I don't want to come over too over dramatic, but it is, people will die this year in the UK because they went out camping underprepared. So you guys, there's 2 or 3 of you who asked me about, I'm new to winter camping, concerned about the weight. I can't fit it all in my Bergen. I can't, you know, it's too heavy. I'm not going to say ditch your kit. I'm not going to say you can do without this or you can do without that. You can't. You need quality. You need to stay warm. You've got the choice. You either carry the weight or you invest money into it. It's a 4-season sleeping bag. Arguably, it could be the only sleeping bag that you need. But it's Superlight 650. It's filled with, this is all the geeky stuff. It's filled with Hungarian grey goose down. You know, it'll keep you alive down to minus 37. That speaks volumes, doesn't it? You know, little bits, little added little bonuses that you get for your money. Bear in mind, not £300, that's retail price. Go to Outdoor Kit and it's £228, something like that. So, comfort rating for this -8. If you're going to take this out in the summer, it's going to be very, very warm. You ain't going to have to do it up. Okay, you got a little pocket in there where I would tend to keep my head torch in there. First thing when you wake up in the middle of the night is to put your hand on a torch so you can see what you're doing, see which direction you're peeing in. Right, the zip itself has got like I thought that was cool, glow in the dark fluorescent tag on the zip itself. It looks lovely. It is lovely. It's what you'd expect from that name. Anyway, I just wanted to put this out there because when I said last year that the Tactical Force sleeping bag best winter sleeping bag, some people jumped on that and they said, oh, what about North Face and what about Rab? And yes, yeah, okay, these are, but you missed out. I said pound for pound, 150 quid, 250 quid. You're going to get what you pay for, guys. Hopefully this has answered the question and the importance of good insulation when you go out wild camping in the winter. I don't want to hear stories that you know, someone didn't make it. There's no need for that. You can enjoy the woods. Winter is one of the favourite times for me. If you look back on videos of me wild camping, 2 nights last Christmas, it was wonderful. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It's crisp and clear, and yeah, I love the winter months. My favourite time of year for sleeping. Anyway, bless you guys. And just as a little by the way, when you are packing your sleeping bags away, don't roll them. Don't leave them in their stuff sacks. The insulation needs to breathe. And what you get with the North Face bag, it's, you know, a bit of a gimmick, but it's real handy. An extra large sack for it to store away in the attic with the rest of your kit, and you're not compressing all the fibres. The insulation needs to breathe, guys, so let it breathe. Right, bless you guys, and I'll catch you later on. Okie dokie.